Hi, this is Towanna Freeman, and welcome to BLC TV. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by and checking out our videos. As you know, we are never short of having some very interesting guests. And today's guest is Dwight Peters. He is the inventor and creator of BackersHub. Welcome, Dwight. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great. Thank you.
Oh gosh. Okay, so there's so much I want to ask you. I want to start with the most important part, and that is first what it is that you do. We want to talk about Backers Hub. Let's educate our audience about what that is.
All right, yeah. Backers Hub is a community of Kickstarter backers. It's a membership community that I created that gets exclusive deals on Kickstarter-funded products. To put it into simple terms, we're kind of like a Costco for a niche on the internet for this thing called Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding platform, where if somebody has an idea but they don't necessarily have the funds to bring it to life, they're able to fundraise via the platform. So what we do is we work with campaign creators, people that have successfully brought products to life through the Kickstarter platform to get them to give our membership community exclusive discounts.
Oh, it's actually better than I thought because I didn't realize, I didn't look at it as you all being like the Costco's
Yeah,
of, Kickstarter projects or creative ideas. That's
yeah.
even a better way. So you have actually got a very specific niche. That's huge.
Yeah,
How,
so we do
where'd you
two
get that?
things. Yeah, so we do two things. We
Hmm.
do the exclusive deals, but we also act as a lead generation for campaign creators. So if you're about to launch a new Kickstarter campaign, we have an audience that you could promote your campaign to as well. So we do two things at once, which is working great. So the members, they sign up to join our community to get the exclusive deals, but they also sign up to be kept in the loop on new campaigns that's on Kickstarter.
When you came up with this idea, what was the start of it? Were there other areas that you've invented that were not as successful? What caught you to Backers Hub that really made it jump for you?
I was dead broke. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I started Backers Hub in October of 2013, I was dead broke. I was at a crossroad in my life. I was sleeping on my friend's couch, and I just had to figure out what was the next move. But before that, what eventually led up to that was when I started my entrepreneurial journey. Back in 2012, I launched a Kickstarter campaign. I was able to bring this iPad case to life. It was my first shot at being an entrepreneur. It was my first shot at crowdfunding, at Kickstarter, anything. I went to college for political science. Never in a million years did I think I would be getting into business. But as life worked out, I was. And I was bit by the entrepreneurial bug. So I launched my Kickstarter campaign back in 2012, and I learned so much. I learned so much about marketing, about using the Kickstarter community to get your campaign funded. We had a successful campaign, but the idea didn't flourish into a business. There was still a lot that I didn't know, but it was a great learning experience. It was a great opportunity. And yeah, two years later, a year and a half later, I was looking for a new venture. Some of the other startups that I attempted just didn't pan out to what I wanted it to become. And that's just a part of the journey. They have a saying that every entrepreneur probably hears now by fail quick. You just want to hurry up and fail so you can get to the next idea. When I was at my friend's house, sleeping on his couch, completely broke, I was brainstorming on ways that I could create something that could actually work this time, right? You don't want to keep failing. You want to learn from your mistakes and eventually create something of value. So I just tapped back into my memory bank. I remember when I had a Kickstarter campaign, there was some opportunities there for help. So I just started to look into it. I was talking to campaign creators, asking them where could I be of assistance to them. In Kickstarter, you're able to provide rewards for your backers. Anybody that back a campaign, you get them rewards, whether it's the actual product that you're making or if it's an auxiliary of reward, like a T-shirt or a hat or posters. So what Backers Hub was supposed to be was helping campaign creators with their fulfillments and creating rewards. But the more we started talking to campaign creators and finding out what they wanted, finding out what was keeping them up at night, we realized that their biggest issue was getting backers. So we wanted to create something that could help them do that. And that's what Backers Hub was for.
Wow. Okay. Also, talk a little bit more about who you are as a person, Dwight,
Sure.
because you live in in New York. Now, what
Yes.
part of New York are you from? And give us a little bit of background about how you were raised or what
Yeah.
your motivation of life is about.
I'm from the Bronx, New York. I was born here. I went to high school in Jamaica. I had the fortunate opportunity of going to Jamaica, the island, for high school, which was a great opportunity. I got a chance to see the world from a different perspective. Um, I came back uh, just a regular kid, right? Everybody was just a regular kid growing up, hanging out with friends, causing a little mischief here and there, nothing serious. And but I just always wanted more, watching my mom struggle, always showed me that it was my duty to get more, especially as a first generation. I think that's something that a lot of us take for granted. That's something that a lot of us don't think about, that, a lot of us are first generation Americans for our families. So, there's an opportunity here for us to take advantage of. And yeah, that's what we're doing. That's it. I don't know what else to say about me, but
Well,
yeah,
when you were in high school,
yeah.
what kind of student were you? Were you an average student, above average student?
I was above average student. I was wow, now that I think about it, I was deputy head boy. So that's like a leadership role in high school. So I was fortunate enough to have that position. We were just creative little kids. We didn't have that many resources growing up, so we were always creating things, always creating new games or whatever, just trying to have fun. But what Jamaica taught me was poverty's real. You know, Poverty that we see here stateside is definitely real, but when you go to the third world country,
Yes.
it hits a little bit harder. So seeing that a lot of my friends wouldn't get the same opportunity that I have of being able to come to America whenever I wanted. A lot of them can't get visas, can't get green cards for whatever reason. So I just want to take advantage of this. That was always in the back of my mind, like, do not let this opportunity slip.
Came out of college and with poli sci as your background, did you always think that you wanted to create something? Did you always
Oh,
have that?
back in college, I was the president of my student government. I was a political science major. I was that kid leading rallies, getting arrested at protests. We had a lawsuit against our board of trustees here in New York, CUNY. We were able to get them to stop raising tuition one year. Like, that was my life. I thought I was going to be in politics. I really did. But one day, one of the board of trustee members, she pulled me to the side. I guess she liked me, and she said, "Dwight, there's a difference between being loud and effective. And right now you're being loud. When are you going to be effective?" And when she said that, it took a while for it to sink in. And when I was looking at, everything that we were fighting for, we were fighting, to create jobs, and we were lobbying this and that. And that's when I realized the power of business. That's when I realized that, you know, if we create a business, we could start to create for ourselves,
Mhm.
culture wise, right? For our own community. And that's what started the craving to become an entrepreneur. But
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
No, that's perfect. I love that story. And so you took your own problem and you moved it in the direction of something you were actively involved in. So having a Kickstarter campaign active,
yeah.
and even though it failed, you still
Yeah.
stayed in your
I
knowledge
succeeded.
base,
I reached my goal on Kickstarter. So the
right?
Kickstarter campaign was successful. Everything about it
Okay.
was successful. It was just eventually taking that project as a Kickstarter project and creating it into a sustainable business for growth. That's where I
Mm.
felt short because I had no experience. But yeah, everything that I learned from Kickstarter, I realized there was an opportunity to go back and eventually create something to assist future campaign creators.
So the sustaining part, was it the sustaining part, the problem you were trying to solve for others just like you? What was the part because it's obviously a link there because I was seeing, you successfully got the campaign off the ground and you moved it forward, but the sustaining part, are you solving that problem for others just like yourself?
So yeah, that's exactly what we're getting
Okay.
into now. So we're creating this course called the From Zero to Funded series, where we're helping entrepreneurs at every stage of the crowdfunding level. So if they're about to launch a campaign, we partner up with successful campaign creators to coach them and tell them exactly how to launch a campaign successfully. And then it doesn't stop there. After you reach your goal, we have successful campaign creators teaching the other campaign creators, okay, marketing, copywriting, manufacturing, how to keep finding your
Wait,
customers.
time out.
Yeah,
Hold up. You're moving this. Okay,
Sorry.
everyone that is listening, okay, Dwight is giving you something that's huge. All right, so all right, I'm gonna kind of slow this down because I want everybody that's watching this to understand exactly what's about to happen here. This is a great opportunity. If you are someone who is interested in creating a Kickstarter campaign, or you have this great idea that you are looking to get funding for, what Dwight Peters, who is the creator of BackersHub, is sharing with you right now is the how-to step-by-step way to get it done right the first time, and being able to kind of assist you through the process because their own experience. So okay, so that's where we are now. So you're about to actually now move into the education knowledge-based area so that people can learn and really make it work for themselves, so they
Yeah.
can so it has that been created, that platform? Is that a part of the membership platform, or is
Yeah.
it a new arm? Okay.
Yeah, so we're creating a membership platform for it. I could give you the link if anybody's interested. They could sign up at signup.backershub.com. We're creating a membership platform. And yeah, we're creating a community. We want to create a community of creatives, campaign creators, where they could share, because there's a lot of things as entrepreneurs that, especially first-time entrepreneurs, that we're not familiar with. So it's always great to have peers. It's always great to have a mastermind group, and that's what we're trying to do. We're going to create an awesome group of entrepreneurs that are experienced, that are seasoned, that know the in and outs, and see if success could be, see if success could be spread, see if it could be
Right.
contagious. Yeah.
Right. National market, because right now I know that a lot of crowdfunding, we see that, we focus on what's in the US, but how much of your community is international?
A huge amount. If we have to say the community, so currently we have over 7,500 members on our weekly newsletter. We have a private Facebook group with over 3,000, and we just started a few months ago, and it's a high quality community. A good percentage, I probably have to say about 25 to 30% is international. As crowdfunding spreads, our community spreads. As Kickstarter spreads, our community spreads. And Kickstarter's expanding. They just created a platform to be available in Canada, Australia, the UK. So as they grow, our community is going to grow as well.
Absolutely. And I know that it's going to be a huge success to get you where you are right now. So when did you launch Backers Hub? Let's show the growth and development. So when did you
Yes.
launch?
I registered the name in September. I think I registered the domain name September 28th or something like that. I had some form of an idea, but I didn't know what. I wanted to start out with the whole fulfillment and helping campaign creators ship their products. But probably like within the first week of October, I was speaking to campaign creators and I found out what they wanted. By the second week of October, I started figuring out a solution for what they wanted. And on October 16th, I got my first sale. That's when we got our first dollar.
This is October 16th, you got your first dollar of 2013?
Yeah, so 2013. Yeah.
Okay, guys. All right, so this is the thing. This is why I really love it, because you created, you jumped on, you saw a problem and you offered a solution. We all know that some of the most lucrative opportunities is when you can identify a problem and create a solution for that problem. That's an
Yeah.
instant market. Being able to be passionate about it and being able to drive in the direction of being solution oriented makes a difference in your goal as an entrepreneur, in everything that you do. So, and we know that's the basics of entrepreneurship, but it takes a lot to be able to stay consistent and be committed and dedicated. So I've heard you say we
Yeah.
several times, and
Yeah.
sometimes we could just be you,
Third person.
me, myself, and
Yeah,
I.
yeah.
So in this case, are there other partners with you in Backers Hub? Tell me what your organizational structure looks like.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna love this. So, BackersHub consists of myself and my cousin. So, as I mentioned, I have a lot of friends in Jamaica that won't have the opportunity of, ever experience America for whatever reason. And my cousin, when I started this at the time, he was going through some rough times as well. He was trying to get a visa to come into America, and he was just getting frustrated with the process. He couldn't get one granted. And the job opportunities down in Jamaica isn't necessarily the best, right? So, we just said, hey, man, let's give this a shot. And I promised him, I said, man, if I could get this going, you're going to be all right. So it's my cousin and myself. We work at it. It's just us two, and we're just building. That's it. So we try to demyth a lot of the things that people think they need to get started. So one, we didn't have any money. We had nothing. We had $0. I think I had enough money to buy a domain name, and you could get a domain name on GoDaddy for like $10,
Yeah.
right? We didn't have money to build a website. We used a free platform called LaunchRock that created our landing page, so we were able to collect emails. Yeah, so for graphic design, I was fortunate enough to have a friend that does some graphic work, so he was able to give us a logo, and that's what we had. We just took what we had and just got running. Because the most important thing when you're running a business is not trying to find investors. It's not trying to have the most beautiful website. It's having a solution to a real problem. So we went straight after our market. We went straight after our clients, and what validated us was sales. That's what we were telling ourselves. Look, we need to get sales. We're not looking for an investment from nobody. Our investors should be our customers. Yeah.
So let's talk about your internet marketing and internet technology and the whole misconception that comes with it as far as the level of difficulty and etc. So to be able to get people who are out there that are interested in creating something and on the internet and having internet sales and doing internet marketing, give me what some of your encouraging words are about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Everybody asks me, what do I do? Like my friends ask me, relatives ask me, what do I do? And I say marketing. Because if they don't know what Kickstarter is, it's kind of hard to explain. So some people probably think I do some like multi-level marketing and stuff like that. And no, I hate that type of stuff. But the internet is an incredible resource. If you could find a niche and if you could build value around it, you could definitely create some form of value for yourself, monetary wise. We started out with nothing, like I said. Now we're doing over 5 figures a month, and we're just continuing to grow off of a simple idea. We're not geniuses for putting this together. We were just the first ones to do it. We were just the ones to say, hey, let's actually put in an effort to do it. So yeah, I encourage anybody to do it. And you talk about skill sets and talents. I'm not a coder. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm getting better at copywriting. There's a lot of things that I lack, but as an entrepreneur, I think your first skill set should be to delegate and to lead, right? If you have
Yes.
a vision, you should be able to build a team around it and just delegate efficiently. And until you're able to work on your skill sets yourselves, but there's no excuse. There's really none. You just need to find an idea. And some people have a hard time finding an idea. So what we do is we practice a skill set that somebody named Dane Maxwell actually brought to my attention. It's called idea mining, where you can ask people, what do you have trouble with? What is something that keeps you up all night? What is the number one thing that worries you when you go to work? What's probably the most difficult thing that you have to deal with at work? And by asking these simple questions, you start to get people to just give you solutions for free. People will tell you what they want and what they're willing to pay for. And if you could get them to quickly spend $1, even if you don't have it built, you want to pre-sell whatever it is that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-sell it just to validate it and say, okay, enough people paid me for this. This is something that I want to invest my time and energy into actually constructing. But yeah, the internet's a remarkable tool. The world changed. I wouldn't have been able to do this 20 years ago or 30 years ago. I would have probably been looking for a job, right? Traditionally, right? Something like that. But the internet is definitely a level playing ground. It doesn't matter who you are when you're on the internet, as long as you have value, as long as you're giving somebody something that's going to benefit them.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate you saying that, because that is one of the things that I want people to take away from this interview. Dwight Peters, the founder of BackersHub, is giving us some incredible information. If this was a course at college, you would be, standing in line waiting to get in, because this is demonstrated ability. This is entrepreneurs, class 301. This is not 101 here. This is someone who's willing to take you through the understanding so that you can perfect your game and get to a place where you can make 5 figures a month. Now, I want to be the first to say, for all of those who are going to catch this video in this time next year when he celebrates his 2nd anniversary, that I was one of the ones that got a chance to interview him before
Yeah.
he got either, swept up by some of the bigger fish.
Uh,
Because you never know what can happen in this situation. I mean, you never know who's going to come after such a great idea. So let's talk about the opportunity for people to come in and learn from you again. Let's go back to that because I don't want people to walk away. Under this video, you're going to find a summary of all the information that Dwight is giving us, to include the links where you can actually participate in this upcoming program that he has for people who are interested in starting a Kickstarter type effort or project. So please give us a little bit more and provide us that link information again. And if there is a fee, if you want to share that now, let us know what that is, and that could be found below.
Yeah. So we put this course together. It took us a while to put it together because we wanted to do it right. You know, there's a lot of courses out there, but we wanted to put together a course that really exemplified the lean startup mentality. And I hope your community is familiar with that. But it's pretty much just starting out as lean as possible with a limited amount of resources, but you're able to do great things because you're really able to squeeze out the value of whatever you have. So we're putting together this course. It's called From Zero to Funded. You can sign up at signup.backershub.com. And within that, we're going to be bringing in successful campaign creators so they're going to be able to share how they put together a killer campaign. They were able to get backers. They were able to crush their goals. And not only that, what they did post Kickstarter. So how are you able to continue to get sales? How are you able to continue to grow as a company? We're creating a mastermind community so you can share that. We did have a free segment of it, but unfortunately that's closed. But what we do have is something very affordable. For $35 a month for 12 months, you get access to the group. You get lifelong access to it. We have hundreds of members that are going to be a part of it, and we're just going to grow. We believe that together we can succeed. We believe that success can be contagious, and we believe that there's certain principles of success in online marketing or just whether you're creating a physical product. There's certain principles that if you apply correctly, that you're going to increase your chances of succeeding.
Well, there you have it. There's Dwight Peters. He is the founder and creator of BackersHub. You're a catalyst for change, just like I am, and so many others that are watching this video. Dwight, I want to congratulate you on your success, your 1 year anniversary. I look forward to seeing all the information that's going to come through my email to celebrate your 1 year. I look forward to having our membership join with yours. I look forward to figuring out a way that I can get my community wrapped into yours so that we can see more come out of what we do even on Black Life Coaches. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.